Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Shimon Monet. If you are new, welcome. If you are a subby, welcome back. Today's video is going to be featuring a new foundation. I shouldn't say new because it's been out for like at least a month, if not more, but it's new to me. I got it a couple weeks ago. I've been testing it out lately and I really like it. So I'm just gonna show you guys, how it wears on me so you can see what it looks like. But this is kind of just like a fresh face routine. Spring is coming. I've been loving matte foundations lately. This one isn't matte per se. But yeah, if you want to see, then just keep watching. All right, you guys, so the foundation that I'm going to be using is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. It is 24-hour breathable texture. I'm in the shade 530. I don't know if it has deep amber, 530 deep ambers. I want to say it was $11.99 or $12.99 at Walmart. I'll put the price up because I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm going to be using. So I already have my vitamin E oil on my skin, and I also have my moisturizer. I'm going to go in with just a couple other items. I'm going to use my Maybelline Baby Skin to fill in my pores. And I'm actually going to color correct just a tiny bit, just so that I don't have to put on as much foundation. So right in this area, my skin has been acting a little quirky. So first I'm going to go on with Toast Concealer, LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toast. And this is the same shade I use underneath my eyebrows to clean them up. And then I'm also going to go on with the orange corrector as well and just kind of blend these two together. Only right around my mouth, and I have a couple of dark spots that sometimes still peek through. So I'm going to use this beauty blender and just tap, tap, tap and blend that out a little bit. So as you can see, it's canceling out the darkness. Those spots, you can't really see them anymore. So I'm going to take my Skindinavia primer spray. And that will be the last thing. Just let that dry down a bit. Then next I'm going to go on with the foundation. And if my lighting keeps changing, it's because the sun is out, but the clouds are intermittently, moving. So sorry if it's altering the video a bit. But it's a glass bottle, 1.0 fluid ounces. It does have a pump. So what I like to do is just put one pump right onto my finger. And I have a scarf on today, so I kind of don't have to go as high up onto my head. I don't have to use as much. I'm going to take my e.l.f. Mist and Set and spray this e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush just a couple of times. And then I'm going to just press it directly into the skin, focusing it on the lower half of my face and down my jawline into my chin. Now, when I first tried this foundation, I thought it was too dark. But I had pumped out a lot of foundation. All right, so I do got to put a little bit up here. So just squeezing just a tiny bit more so I can make sure I have coverage everywhere. But when I first got it, I thought it was too dark. But then I realized I kind of used too much. And once I highlight and contour, it actually all comes together quite well. So as you can see, my neck is darker than my chest. So I don't match to my neck. I kind of just match to my chest. And again, it looks darker now, but once I highlight and contour, everything is gonna balance out. And I kind of messed up my scarf. So once I get that worked in, I'm gonna go back in with another, well, I'm gonna use that same one. And just really press it into the skin. Going for very kind of natural, full face. But I really love the finish of this foundation. Now I've seen reviews, it does have a scent. It smells like perfumey. It's not crazy strong. And honestly, it never bothered me. I actually didn't really notice the scent until I was watching other videos and everybody was like, it has a scent. And I'm like, oh, it does have a scent. Doesn't bother me, but if you're a person who doesn't like scents, possibly may not be for you. So that is one full pump and a smidge up here. So the coverage is really good. It's nice and even. Doesn't feel tight. Doesn't feel heavy at all. So I'm going to move on. I'm going to use two concealers. I'm going to use my Fenty concealer, and I'm also going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. The L'Oreal is in Cafe, Cream Cafe 07. I think it's Cafe in English, and then Creme and 07 Creme or Cafe. And then for Fenty, I'm going to use 390. So I'm going to put the Fenty down here. And I'm going to put the Pro Glow up here. Now the Pro Glow is a lot more hydrating on my skin. I have dry skin. In the Fenty, I like the coverage and I love the color, but it's a bit drier and it tends to settle into my crease, the creases that I naturally have. So that's why I put it lower. So now I'm just going to go in with a clean beauty blender and blend this out. And I'm just taking what's left, what's soaked into the sponge, to put on my chin and onto my forehead. I'm gonna go back in with my foundation brush just to blend out the edges. Now I'm gonna blend out this nose. So I really love the finish of this. And to set my under eye, I am going to take the Fenty powder. I have the shade Banana. I'm just taking a tiny bit of this. And just dusting it right underneath my eye. And I'm not even really taking it down because that Fenty concealer kind of dries matte. This is really for the glow, but it's also a brightening powder. So it still gives me that nice bright under eye effect that I like. That's it. Like literally, I'm gonna have this powder forever because I love it, but I use a tiny bit of it whenever I use it. So it's gonna last me a long, long time. So literally just setting it. Looking good, looking good. Next, I'm gonna just powder contour a tiny bit. And I am going to go in with my Crayon Case contour powder. taking these two shades right here with this e.l.f. complexion brush. And we're just gonna define these cheekbones a little bit more. Hit the jawline. And because I have this scarf on, I really can just fake this part right here, but I'm just putting a tiny bit of powder. Whereas I would typically have to go heavier, but because that's all covered up, don't have to go as heavy. And I'm just gonna pinch it together, just taking this light color right here to do my nose. This isn't a super harsh contour. This is really just to define it lightly. Next for blush, I'm going to take the Juvia's Place Sahara Blush Palette, and I'm gonna use Towel right here, same brush. And these blushes are really pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. It is such a pretty color, and it complements my eyeshadow and the scarf color also, but this is like my go-to shade, Towel. Love it. I'm gonna take a pinch of this pink Lena and put it right on top. I really like this brush because it's so huge and it's not dense. So the color is there, but it's not like boom, blush. It really diffuses it nicely. And we're almost done. I'm going to spray my face really quick with the mist and set again. Then I'm gonna highlight. All right. Now, I didn't really blend everything together because I kind of already did it, but I'm just gonna take this large brush and just gently go over my contour and blush area. I didn't set my face with the overall powder. Lately, really, I have not set my entire face with the powder in what seems like forever because I've been wearing matte foundations. I don't need powder. And then even with this foundation, I have to double check because I'm not sure. It's saying it's breathable, buildable coverage. So it's not saying it's a matte. It's not saying it's dewy finish. It's just saying it's breathable. And that's what I feel like. But I feel like it dries down enough for me. And again, I have dry skin. I know my skin. I don't have to set it. So I don't. For highlight, I'm going to kind of use a couple different highlighters. First, I'm going to go in with the Honor Roll highlighter by the Crayon Case. And I am going to take one of the Crayon Case brushes. And I'm going to bring this down the bridge of my nose. And I'm also going to put that on my Cupid's bow. Next, I'm going to take this Crayon Case Judy fan brush and dip this into the Honor Roll highlight and just put it right on the highest point of my cheeks. Okay, and then to add just a little more peachiness, I'm going to go in with this highlighter by Frances J. Beauty, and this is in the shade Peggy's Peach. Y'all, look how gorgeous that is. I hope y'all can see it. I don't want to spill it. It's so pretty. And I'm just going to take the same fan brush. I'm literally just going into the cap, whatever's on the cap. Yeah, see that's insane. I have to blend that out, but it's so pretty. Y'all know I like to glow. So if this is too much highlighter for you, by all means, you don't have to do that. But I'm gonna take my damp beauty sponge first and kind of just press it into the skin before I brush anything away. I'm just gonna kind of like melt it into the skin. Now I'm gonna take that brush. I'm gonna spray my face one last time. Put something on these lips super quick. I'm gonna use the Bare lip liner and pencil from the Crayon Case. I'm gonna take the Crayon Case gloss in Private Party. And I'm gonna go over it with just some gloss from Nika K. Yeah, this is like my favorite gloss. It's like $1 at the beauty supply store. But if you like a really, it's not sticky, but it's not thin either. If you just like the old school shiny lip gloss look, that's a good lip gloss.